All right, welcome everyone. If you want to know Adobe Premiere, or you're just interested in knowing what non-linear editing is, or you just want to hang out, stay tuned and you'll learn more. So this is a video shoot that I did last year at Pier 47, and this is a thumbnail I created just moments ago. Pier 47 is a marina that is in Wildwood, New Jersey, on Route 47 towards the end of Route 47. And it's a family-owned business. And this is the father driving the forklift that is used for loading the boats in and out of the water. They have a rack system where they'll take the boats out of the water so you don't have to keep them in the water. They do have slips available also. And part of what we did last year was we filmed several different items throughout their property, and we also have some almost like an interview type style where Eric was on camera, the owner's son, giving us a little story about the background. So I began editing this last year, and I need to get back to it again. That's what I'm doing here. So give me a moment to bring up my chat on my phone, because I don't have a second monitor set up with this yet, but I will. And to bring up chat, I'm just loading up the video. Alright, so welcome everyone again. Well, we got a full house today. This is awesome. Alright, so we got Mike here, Rover, Martin, Mad Mike, Krieg, 3D Printing Space, and Walter's here. So awesome. Yeah, thank you very much for joining, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, I took a quick pit stop to Wawa. So if you don't know Wawa, it's a convenience store. Oh, good. That is so bad for me, but so good. Strawberry banana smoothie. Alright, so let's see here. I started editing, like I said, some of this. And what we did was we had a couple of clips, well, several clips from... Oh, yeah, thanks for doing that, Walter. So, there were two cameras that I used. I used my Panasonic with the... I don't use the built-in microphone because that's horrible. I used the Rode video mic plugged in, so that gets some good audio. And then I used the GoPro. The GoPro doesn't have good audio, but I'm able to synchronize the audio with the audio from the Panasonic camera. And that's what you see down below, as you see the two separate audio clips. And there's some cases in which the GoPro audio might be used, but you can see that the mute, the green there, this button right here means that it's muted, that track. But it was useful in aligning the clips. And I think that they're aligned. I hope that they're aligned. Because what we did was we used the GoPro for mounting on the forklift for some of the shots. And let's see what we got here. Oh, you know what? It might take a minute to do that. Alright, so let's see. I should have did this a minute ago. Hey, Skewed's here. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining, brother. So this is editing in Adobe Premiere. Alright, so we got that. Sometimes it takes a minute to update everything. So this track right here, which I'm hoping you can see it. I can highlight the clips here. So these are the clips that are in this video 2 track. They're hidden and set to invisible. And if they're invisible and I render it, they won't show up at all. and it's a little trick you can play. So any of these GoPro clips that I want to see, I drag them up to the track above that is not hidden. So there's like some footage that was done there, and so obviously that's not in sync, so I don't know what's going on there. I might have to sync that up still. Alright, so let's zoom in and see what else we got here. Now I'm holding the Alt key as I use the mouse wheel in this region. And what it's doing is it's zooming in, it's decreasing the amount of time for the ticks, and it lets me zoom in and see a lot of detail. And I can see that I put together a clip here. So let's play what I have here. And I think this was a time lapse I created. And to do a time lapse is pretty easy. This is sped up at 1000%, but I'll just show you real quick how I did it. Right click, and I chose speed duration. And it only works up to 10,000 or 1000% with audio. But you can go faster than that without audio. And if you do speed up a section of clip, let's say I made this like 5,000 and it increased, because 5,000 would double the amount of time. So instead of being 53, it would be almost 2 minutes long. If I don't check this ripple edit, it'll literally squash everything to the right of it. If I do check the ripple edit, what it means is if I decrease the time, all the clips segments to the right that are directly adjacent to it will literally shift along with it. If ripple edit is checked and I increase the amount of time, I increase the duration, it will shift everything to the right with it. So it's really a time saver. And when I first started using Premiere, I had like 30 or 40 clips that I just selected and changed. I was like, man, this is a pain in the neck trying to drag all these clips to get them back in the sequence. And then I realized that there was this ripple edit. It would have saved me so much time had I realized that. So that's how you do it. And you just change the time here. But then there is another feature where you can hit the R key. And that lets you grab a clip and you can change its rate. So if I wanted to change this rate down to here, so now I can hit the V key to go back to the pointer and hover over it, and it'll tell me that, okay, that's a 4 second long clip. But then I undo, and we can see it should be 53. Yeah, it's 53 seconds there. Now, 53 seconds, nobody wants to sit through 53 seconds of anything. But I thought this was a pretty cool time lapse. I just happened to catch it. I didn't intend to capture this footage at all. I didn't realize I had the GoPro running, and I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, okay, so maybe we could pull a little clip out of that. I don't know what portion, and I may have already done some of it, pulled some of it out. Well, they may play zombies later. I just got a text message about that. Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. So this was the GoPro attached to the forklift. This is really intensive. Let me see if I can go to an 1/8. I might speed it up some. This in combination with the OBS is really intensive. Yeah, so that's a little bit easier. It's playing without lagging. Okay, so all that is too long for whatever it is. But you see there, that's, now I just switched, I intentionally switched from the one camera to the other camera. See, and I can turn that back. So here's the view of the GoPro. This is showing, because anything that's above the next thing in row, that will supersede and show up on the screen. It's layering, just like you do in Adobe Illustrator. layering with the video. So if you have this little video thing like you see down in the bottom left in OBS of me talking, that will be layered over top. But if I put it below a whole frame, you won't see it because it'll be replaced. So that's why I have this one frame, I should say this one video track turned off. And I have it turned off so that only the clips that I drag up above to the next video track will be visible. Now the next thing I want to do, now I sort of remember where I'm at. So I have this section here that's showing all this going on, and it's really B-roll that I filmed here because there's nothing actively going on. Well, there was essentially an interview that I did with Eric, and he was telling us about the store and everything. So I had to capture all that, and I could show him a couple times, but really it's like a commercial. So, and that's the intention why I did that. So, and my goal was to get this done by Friday before we go down the shore. We're taking Maria's boat down. Hey, look at that. We got Ron just joined in. He's not in. I don't think he's in the stream, but he just added me on Xbox. Pretty cool.
Wow.
So here now I recorded audio. I don't remember if I brought that audio in or not. Let's see, or did I? No, see, that's audio 1. Now I have another audio file. I don't know if I copied it over. Pier 47, I don't see any audio there. Nope, I don't see any audio file here. I might have to copy it off. Anyway, I recorded from this. I used my Tascam 60D Mark II digital audio recorder to perform this interview in combination with the microphone on the camera to ensure we had good audio. And to overlay that audio, I need to first get it off of the device itself and then synchronize it.
That close, huh?
So I have to capture some of these moments. And so what I'm doing, one other trick. This is the video track and the audio track. If you put the cursor here and you hold the Alt key and use the mouse wheel, it zooms in or out the time. If I do it here on this left pane where the audio and video tracks are, it changes the size. Well, the advantage of that is that then it shows the first frame from that video. And the advantage of that is clear. I know the context of that segment. If I was the one shooting it. If I wasn't the one shooting it, it wouldn't really help me necessarily. But since I shot it, I know that, okay, this is indoors. That's how I knew to come to this point right here, because I remember that's the indoor shot. The advantage of doing that with the audio, zooming in on the audio like this, is that you could see clearly see the audio waveform. That is really helpful when you're trying to, first off, understand when somebody's talking or not talking, because usually you can discern speech over noise or over music, and just by looking at the waveform. At least I can. And it also helps when you're trying to synchronize audio, from another source. Hey Sean, thanks for joining. We're just going over some Adobe Premiere editing techniques while I edit this video. Now let's see how long this clip is. This clip is 12 minutes long. Just by hovering the cursor over the clip, it shows you this little tooltip that pops up, and it gives you some information, and part of the information is the length of the clip. And that clip is 7 minutes. Let's see here. So, and without holding any modifier key like the Alt or Shift, if I just use the mouse wheel in this window, it will scroll the frame. So now we can see that this is the conclusion of the interview. So it's from here to here. So I have to we have to get past all of him. We're trying to get the audio. Do we know what we're doing? Kind of coaching him a little bit. Hey, this is what you need to say. And then he starts to say, hey, Vince, thanks for joining.
It doesn't have to be lengthened. I mean, as long as it's a half a second.
And part of when you're recording, so this is outside of the scope of this video, but part of when you're recording a session, you want to coach who you're interviewing that if they make a mistake and they realize they made a mistake, they need to pause and then resume or redo it. But there needs to be a pause in there, because if they don't, it's really tough to try to, and they have to reset their face or their gesture or whatever they were in the middle of, because otherwise, if they went crap and then immediately started talking, their fingers could be in the middle of their face or something, you know. Like for us, like I'm from Jersey, I'm always talking with my hands, and they could be like in the middle of my face when I'm talking, and you got to cut right there, and it wouldn't be natural, so it would be lost. So you coach them how to take a break, take a pause, get their composure, and then resume.
Gotcha.
So this is I'm a director.
And I got to pull in that audio from the digital recorder.
Okay. Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats.
Okay, so that sounds good. Now there could be another take in there. I don't remember. This is over since October, maybe.
Okay.
All right, so right there. So this is where the audio helps, because then I can zoom in right where he says okay or something.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina.
Right there, perfect. So see that? Just using the audio waveform right there. And that's the frame that I want right there. So I'll clip it there. And to clip it, it's the little razor icon. I hit the C button, the C key. So I hit V to go to arrow, which is this tool right here. I hit C, which you can see that's highlighted right there in the toolbar. That's the C key to cut. And now I don't need to set a marker, but I'm gonna place a marker. And so the marker is right here. Hey Mike, thanks for joining, brother. We had a fun time last night, but we did not do well on PUBG, Mike.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May, also on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, WorldCat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs. everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it for inclement weather. We're very well sheltered. All of our slips are well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season. Got any thoughts? Anything else?
Okay, so right there. So this clip right here, I want to pull over. So I'm gonna. There's a couple ways I could do this. The timeline is so large. I'm probably gonna make a sub clip. So I have that marked with that marker. And then I have this segment here that I worked with. So this is like sort of some of the B-roll that I want to use, right? And we'll probably pull it right to there someplace. And I'm just going to grab this. Oh, I hit C. So I hit C to cut, but if you hold Shift and you cut, C just cuts the clip. Let's say you have stacked like 20 different video layers, and you hit C and you cut a video segment. It cuts only that video segment and the associated audio with it. If I hold Shift C and click to cut, it slices through the entire line at that spot, through every video layer and every audio layer, regardless of their association. Just does a straight cut through. So that's what I did right there. I held Shift C just to guarantee that I got everything. So I'm going to right click, going to make subsequence. Alright, so now we got the subsequence, and then I should be able to open this sequence. Let's see, can I, let's do a click to, yep, there we go, there's my subsequence. Then I want to go back to this guy, and I want to go back to where the marker is. And the marker, this is why I placed the marker, because it let me get this right away. I'll just do another subsequence here. Johnny's playing Fortnite. He's very angry. And then drag this clip into here. It's not that long. But how long is long? That's a minute. So I got to think about what the attention span is. So did I capture all the information in? Hey Michael, thanks for joining. Yeah, so this is on Adobe Premiere. This is a video shoot that I performed in October. It's a free video shoot, so it's not paid or anything. But what it's gaining is, you know, some free advertising for, well, free creation, content creation for Pier 47. So this is what I'm going to go by. This clip right here. Now I need to chop this down. And then we're going to overlay. We're going to make sure that this clip is about a minute or under. Key information is in here. And then it's going to interleave between B-roll and Eric, who's photoed here, talking, just like you would see at a regular commercial. All right, so that's muted, so that track is muted. So I'll bring that down to here, and I can shrink this. Do I need to shrink it more? No, I can bring this guy up, I think. Yeah, so I can drag this upward, and then I can make this track larger. Cool stuff that we got going on here. So this is our 3 levels of video here. There are 3 layers. I'll probably do a 4th. So let's do that now. So I'll drag this up to the 4th layer. So whatever's in this layer, this fourth layer, that's what's going to be visible to the user.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats.
See, now I can cut that out. So this gap right here, cut that out. Although, I think I do want to capture. Well, I'll do it for now, but I definitely want to grab the audio from that digital recorder. But if I'm doing all this cutting right now, that's going to make it difficult for me to match it up.
We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May, also on Route 47.
So I don't need him saying also.
So
we cut that out. I can backpedal a little bit.
Okay, also on Route 40.
Crap, gotta cut out more.
Also on Cape May, also on Route 40.
All right there. Oh, and I'm hitting, I highlight that clip and I'm deleting it. If I hit the delete key, it leaves a gap. If I highlight that and I hold shift and hit delete, it does the ripple edit. And it's really a nice feature, the ripple edit. Now ripple edit sometimes doesn't work as you'd expect it to. If you have multiple layers and you have a clip that's kind of like pushing out to the right and you only highlighted one clip and you're trying to do a ripple edit, it won't work in that case.
On Route 47.
Late night last night, excuse me for yawning on stream. We were getting our buttocks handed to us in PUBG.
We have approximately 200 rack spots. Rack spots for racking boats, and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water.
All right, let's see if we can get rid of that.
Those boat slips, all of which have good water.
Now I just hit the up arrow key, and that takes me to the next clip. Well, it's a clip right now because I just cut it with the C key.
All of which.
Alright, so we'll get rid of that there.
All of which have.
Perfect.
All of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide.
Right there's another so we can get rid of that, I think.
New boat lines, we have.
Let's put it here.
New boat lines, we have.
So we got that cut, and then I think I can cut here. This is why I like seeing the audio.
New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World Cat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store.
Okay, again, I hit the space bar to stop playing or activate playing, and I hit the C key there, just cutting out this
We have a ship.
Click on that, shift, delete. That ripple edits. Hey Adam, thank you for joining.
We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom.
Get rid of that.
Showroom with a couple of boats.
Another Get rid of that
couple of boats and skis in it, you know, for inclement weather. We're very well.
Again, that's Shift Delete. So I do the cut with C with the left mouse button with the little razor icon that slices the clip. I highlight that segment of the clip that I want to get rid of, and I hold Shift key and hit the delete key. If I just hit delete, it leave a gap. If I hold Shift and delete, it brings in everything to the right.
Sheltered. All of our slips are, you know, well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season.
All right, so that doesn't sound like a good ending, but we'll kind of go with that for now. Now what I want to do is start layering. So this is our clip that we're going to use. So we're going to switch and interleave the B-roll that I shot here, which there's a lot of B-roll going on here. It's a long time. It is 22 minutes compared to something that's less than a minute, I think. Does it tell me just the one clip, or no? See, it doesn't tell me the whole clip. So I can use this mark in, and then mark out. And then that tells me, okay, we're at 55 seconds. That's the time right here on the right. It says 55 seconds. And let me just check if we're okay. Yep, it looks like we're good there with the stream. Just want to make sure we weren't lagging. All right, then, so I marked the in and out. And I can use that for a couple things. One, I can use it just to get an idea of how long the clip is. A section of the timeline. I can also use it to render from. Like I say, I want to render just the sequence in and out. So this is the sequence in and out that I marked. I'm going to right click on that and I'm going to clear the in and out because that was just for me to understand how much time I have to work with. So we can pull the best of this. The best of this clip. So they pull out jet skis. Hey Matt, thanks for joining. So I think that might be cool. So we'll just make it a small little piece there. And I'm going to, so I clipped it with the C key, right? And then I'm going to hold the Alt key and I'm going to left click on this clip and I'm going to drag it. I'm just going to place it in here someplace. And then I will drag maybe that part down. And then this audio, I want to drag this audio to the section that is muted. So you will not hear that audio from that clip at all. So here's how it's going to play out.
We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May.
See, now it's too long. Like you're watching a commercial, you don't see something necessarily that long play out in B-roll. So kind of what I've seen, I started studying film, like I'd say probably in the last like month and a half, 2 months. Because my goal is to make my videos really good. I have a long ways to go. One of the things I notice is that they'll do like four segments of B-roll, real short, maybe 1 second to 3 seconds each little blip, and then they'll show, like here, the focal point is Eric talking. They would show him talking for a bit, or performing some work or something, and then they might show like another 3. So it's like, it seems like it's a pattern, like 4 then the main focus, then another 3 segments, then the main focus, interleaving B-roll in there. And if you notice like a DIY show or something, and they're on location, they're going to show you B-roll from a drone shot of the city skyline, or like of a river, or like a flower that's blowing in the wind or something. The B-roll, like it's from that area. It's from the location. Sometimes, other times they just buy it from like Adobe stock or something. But that's what I want to try to achieve here. Alright, so let's come up here. And then I think I captured this going onto the wreck. Alright, so did I capture it? I thought I captured it going onto the wreck. I guess I didn't. Let's see, what is that? That's clip. No, it should be here. Oh, you know what? The GoPro's there. So let's turn off the GoPro for a minute. Yeah, see, that's cool. So let's come back to here. And I'll clip that. How long is this clip? It's 1 second. Let's do that right there. So we'll do those 2. And now I'll drag them with the Alt key pressed. Or you know what? I'm going to copy. I'll just hit Control C. Go all the way to the end by hitting the N key. I'll paste that in here, and then I'll interleave that. I'm going to drag this audio clip down to where it's muted. Both of them. And then we'll drag these guys to here. Up to there. And then let's see if we can cut this down a little bit.
1983. We sell both new and...
Oh, I gotta unhide that.
We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood.
Now that right there I can speed up. So let's do this. Let me drag this out of the way for a moment. Snap. So I'm dragging this, and it might be tough for you to tell. There's a little tiny icon that appears, little triangle that appears right here in this spot. So I want you to focus on this spot right here. Let's see if I can make that larger. Now, as I drag this, watch the little triangle pop up right there. So that means it's snapping to. So now it's perfectly aligned with that. Now this clip is highlighted. I'm going to hit the R key. That changes it to rate. When I move the cursor, see how it's kind of like ghosted out? And when I get right to the end, it turns to its normal color. I'm going to left click, hold. I'm going to drag it. And what I'm doing is I'm changing. I just changed the rate.
Business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of.
All right, but now there's something I don't like about that clip. So there's a lot going on the left there. Somebody's like tying their shoe or something. That's distracting. So I'm going to see if I can zoom in some. I don't know how much I can zoom in. But to do that, I'm going to click on the clip. Now, the clip is highlighted. That's why it just turned white. Okay. Then above, there's effect controls. That's this area right here. One thing is scale. So I can play with the scale right now. Now the scale went up 137%, which means that I can drag it now some like this, but I can also drag, and that was the vertical center. It's 4K video, so 1920 by 1080 is the center. And now I can do this until I see the edge. So there's the edge right there. So there we go. So that person who was adjusting the shoe is out of frame now. So you have to be careful with how much you zoom in, because obviously you lose video quality.
Since 1983, we sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately...
All right, so that right there was a clip that I did because I think he said or something. It doesn't look normal. So in those instances, I want to make sure I got B-roll inserted in the middle of those unnatural cuts.
...200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water.
All right, so now we got other clips that we can pull from. So we were here in this area. I want to grab the clip where the jet skis are going in the rack, which would have been over here someplace, I think. Oh, again, I got to turn off GoPro. So maybe a little bit just ahead. So right there. And then maybe right here. So together, these two clips, I can grab them together. I clicked on the one and I hold shift, click, just like you do with Windows. Control C. You can hit end, paste. Now I can slap this guy in next to him. And how long is it? That's pretty long. That's 3 seconds.
of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have...
Oh, so I want to drag him down here. And I want to drag this clip below. And cut there, drag him below. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I undo that. Maybe I want to cut instead of there. Maybe I want to cut here. Drag him below. I might be able to shift him slightly to the left. All right, now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to highlight this and this one. And I'm going to hit Control D. Now that might not work.
200 rack spots for racking boats.
See, so, but the cool thing is that I can change the dissolve time. So it's rapid.
200 rack spots for...
Or maybe I can even get rid of this one. So if I get rid of that by hitting delete, I clicked on it and hit delete, and then I can maybe do that.
100 rack spots for racking.
It was very quick, but
boats and about
it should be a little smooth. See, this is going black too quickly. And I think we want it to be this one that we want to cross dissolve. And I'll drag him this way. Delete that one.
25 boat slip.
Yeah, too quick. If I do that.
25 boat slip.
Nah, don't like that. So let's put this one back.
And 25 boats.
So what's happening there? So it does, it's a very fast one. It's only a couple frames.
25 boat slips, all of which have good water.
Okay. I'm hitting the up arrow. So now we're at the beginning.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots.
No, that's not natural. So we'll drag that clip down to here. And I'll drag this one over to here. Maybe shrink or expand. Hit the R key. Expand it a little bit.
And near Cape May on Route.
You know what? There's a little blip there. So let's change the rate of this just to get it right up next to that.
We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately
I don't think I like that.
Rack spots for...
Oh, and a little blip there. Yeah, I don't think I liked it. Let's pull him down there. Drag that way.
from the Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately...
What is that clip from? Johnny's mad. You hear Johnny yelling? Oh, you know what? That was the wrong clip that I was cutting out. Let's see, I did not want that one. I wanted this one here. And where's the next one? Right there. So we'll grab that one and this one. Oh, just hold shift and then copying it. Again, go to the end, paste it, drag the audio down into the muted section, delete these two clips. Oh, I gotta charge my phone here. So then this guy can come to here. This guy can come to here.
And near Cape May on Route 47, we have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats, and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff.
So there's another unnatural break, right? So let me check this one here.
125 boat slips. About 125 boat slips.
Right, the cross dissolve I can get rid of.
25 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have...
So right there is another unnatural break. Now let's see what other B-roll I can grab. So there was B-roll of inside the store I want to capture, which I think that might have been some here. And I was setting up. Oh, this is when we drove around. I think one of these, the camera was attached to the top of the forklift. There we go. So this is 30 feet in the air. The forklift goes up 30 feet in the air. We attached the GoPro to the top of it when it was down low. And then so you can lift it up, and you're seeing this from the high point. So when he talks about the rack space, I really want to throw that in there. So this is indoor rack space here.
Oh, that's some good footage there. The nice turn.
That's a good shot right there. We'll come back to right. So if I put the cursor up here in this spot and I just use the mouse wheel, it'll go frame by frame. So here's where he's beginning to commence the turn. So I'm going to cut there, C key, left click, and then we'll go through. Oh, what just happened? So that's a good clip. So I don't need the audio for that, so I'll just Alt. So I don't click, I click on blank space, hold the Alt key and click, and all it does is capture that part. It does not select the audio. And I'm going to set a marker here because that's where I was last. You know what? Yeah, that is where I was last. So I'm just going to come here now and paste. So there's the indoors. Now let me see when he was talking about the rack space.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have...
All right, so that he's talking about here.
200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have about 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 120.
So it's kind of annoying constantly shifting back and forth. Not annoying for me, but I would think annoying for a viewer. Maybe. So that's a 3-second clip. How can we make this make sense for the viewer?
Two 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina.
All right, so I think this is great. This shows the indoor. It looks really clean. You know, it's a great shot, great perspective, gives everybody an idea of what's there. The next thing I want to do is grab. There's another clip that we did where we had the forklift going around the property, and it grabbed the boat slips. So I want to go back to that. Excuse me for yawning again. Right, try to find where that footage was. Here we go. And that there was a great shot. It happened to be that the sun was just shining at the right angle. And we got it reflecting off of the water. Yeah, so I think we want to capture it from there. So we'll get it to go to here. it's kind of dark. You know, it's not the best shot you would want for a commercial. But, you know, we'll do it this time, and then they may want to shoot it again. Alright, so we'll grab just that. We'll copy over here, and we will paste. So we'll drag these two below, these three below.
All of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World Cap. Our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World Cat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has...
That was unnatural. What happened there? Let's clip him here. Drag him below. Drag this guy there. Come on.
We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it, you know, for inclement weather.
So now I need to capture the showroom. I got to figure out where that clip is, and we might be done this video. I might want to throw in a little bit of music in there. Maybe I'll pull in some of my son's music. Use that. So I think we're going to turn off this. And then we'll see if we can capture something from the store. Okay, that's my printer. Yeah, we did some cool video with going out in the boat and everything. So I think that'll be a different segment. This might be the store. Nope, that's boat. There we go. I think that's walking around the store, maybe? No? That's the interview. I swear I got some boat store footage. There we go. Ooh, I know I got it. So then I just grab this clip. I will probably take the whole clip and then figure out what I want out of it. So I hit the Alt key, copy, go to the end, paste. It's quite long. How long is it? 7 minutes long. And what is it that I'm showing here? So we're talking about boat slips and rack space at this point. And at some point he talks about the store, so let's listen again.
Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from.
Alright, so I don't know if speeding this up is going to be okay or not, but let's see if we can do that.
And about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina.
Maybe.
Good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star.
Alright, then I want the boat store in there someplace.
World Cat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it. From
right here. This is when we want to start seeing this. So let's cut that there. We'll drag him down up. Go up. Can we go up? Come on. Let's take him out of the way. Bring this guy in here. And let's see what we can grab from here. That's not bad. That little bit right there. Capture that. Right, so then I hold this and I hit Shift Delete, see what happens. Nothing. It didn't let me do nothing. So I just drag that clip in. It's not bad. Gotta see if there's something that stands out. So the first thing you do, you capture your footage with your video camera or multiple video cameras. Copy them to your, I do copy, I don't do cut. Copy them from your media onto your drive. You open up Adobe Premiere, create a new project, drag all the assets, video, and if you have separate digital audio, into the project space. It will automatically normalize or conform the audio so that it's visible within the editor, like you can see here. And then you can begin adding sequences and from the clips. You can define your own sequence type that'll have a certain target source. Or you can match, I always match the recorded clip. And then begin the editing process doing like I'm doing here. So again, I hold the C button, click that one time to bring up the razor tool. Oh, right there. I want that. So I'm going to use the mouse wheel in where? Come on. I click in this space and I just use the mouse wheel just to make sure I'm getting that motion that way. And then use the mouse wheel the other direction, because that was a good shot. Right before, notice this, I don't want that. So I want it right before, it's kind of like a panning shot. So we still need some more. So maybe right there. Like that. Come on. Click, left click, one time, drag. There we go. So let's see how this plays. That's up arrow that I'm pressing to go to the left.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located
I don't like that. I'm going to swap that out.
And near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide.
I think I might slow that down and just pick the later half of that. So like right there, cut it here, delete that, hit the R key and change it to there. And now I can right click and do speed duration. I can see what the speed is. 159%.
And about 125 boat slips, all of which have
That's
good
better.
water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff.
So what I want to do is here, we already have that little bit there. It looks cool. Let's skip ahead to here. See what that looks like. And I can undo this if it's not good.
All of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World.
Yeah, see, I think that's better. So let's cut this a little bit here. Gotta delete it, leave the gap, and then shift it.
New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World Cat.
Yeah, see, that's
Yamaha.
good. That was definitely good.
We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it. For inclement weather.
I think those shots, I think Eric needs to take a look at this and say, you know what, I want you to come back and I want you to film here, here, and here.
We're very well sheltered. All of our slips are, well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season.
All right, so that's that section. I might just take it right there. That might be enough just to get it out there. So I marked the end. Here's the in. So I got the in and the end. Now, let me see if I can throw in some of Johnny's music in here. Where was his music? It was K-Drive, video editing. We want to go to here. Johnny's music, where is it? Right there. So let's copy this guy. And we want to go into this guy, paste, bring him in there. Now it's the audio file, so I'll drag that audio right down to here. And then we will change the level. So now I click on that audio clip. So did it work there? Were you able to get it to stick? All right. Level. So I click on it and it shows the properties up here under effect controls. And I just want to change the level. I want to bring it down to maybe 15. I want to barely hear the music.
Welcome to Pier 47.
It's still loud. Let's go 25.
Marina. We've been in business since 1983.
Too loud. Let's go negative 28.
We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, World Cat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it, for inclement weather. We're very well sheltered. All of our slips are, well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season.
All right, so that's the end of that clip. But now I think I'm going to do some B-roll at the end and ramp the volume of the music up to a different level, right? So now it's like, okay, that presentation's done. Now we'll just show a couple segments of the marina or something. Or we could show these segments. There were some of these that we had with the... I think there was a shot where they came right across the front of us. That was my wife piloting the boat there. If I remember correctly, they came right in front of us. There we go. So sometimes you have to hit the stop. I'm just hitting space to stop. And depending upon how slow your computer is or what other activities you have on your computer going on, like OBS in my case, let it catch up and then you can play again. That's a good shot. So what we did was we had the camera, except right there where I bumped it. We had the camera taped down. So right there. Yeah, I had it taped down with gaffer tape. let's copy that. And we'll go back to this other clip here. Nope, I don't want it there. I want it over here. Someplace. And then all this, if I hit the A key, it forces everything to the right to be highlighted. But now I don't want this highlighted and I don't want that highlighted. So I held shift and left clicked on those. I'm just going to drag all that to the right. So that shifted all that stuff to the right, out of the way. Sorry, you just probably heard a loud boom. And then I'm going to put the cursor here at the end. Right there. Maybe a little bit more. Right there. I'm going to mark that one out. That way we hear the music for a little bit more. And then at this point here where he's finished talking, let's see, is there a gap there? Yep, gap. So then I want to come back to why isn't it? That's so weird. It doesn't want to snap to the other clip there. What if I drag it down to this one? That is so weird. It just does not want to snap. Alright, so then I'll bring this guy in right to there. So now the end coincides with that. And here I will ramp the level up. So I'm going to hit the I gotta select the audio track. I'll hit the level center button, so that just created a keyframe. But there's multiple keyframes here. I don't know. Maybe I changed them and I didn't intend to. Yep, that's what happened. So probably okay. So then we'll play. I'll bring that back. A little bit more. And I'll play right about here. We'll hit another one. And this one, I want to take it to like -10.
Okay. Active. And we are open 7 days a week in season.
So now what I should really do is overlay Pier 47. Oh, you're having issues, huh? That does not sound good. Yeah, sorry about that, bud. So, Pier 47. So let's switch to this for a minute. Now let me bring up my I want to bring up Pier 47 information first. Let's see here. Pier 47 Wildwood. All right, good, we got that. So let's take some of these graphics. Carolina Skiff. Yeah, I don't need those graphics yet, but I will take this. Copy image. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can paste into here. That'd be cool if I could. No, It does not let me paste. Let's go here, let's do a new from the clipboard. It's not going to be good resolution. Definitely not good resolution. Let's see if I can at least use Magic Wand. Delete all that stuff. You know what? Undo that. I'm just going to let it be black background there. Let's see. Let's undo. Step backwards. Alt Control Z. Crap! The thing is intercepting that. So step backward. All right. So now let's just save this as. We're going to go Pier 47, Videoshoot. Pier 47 logo. Now the cool thing about Premiere is it works together with Photoshop. I don't have to save that as a JPEG or anything. It works with it. So now I can drag that directly in. I want to interleave this, so let's drag him here temporarily, drag him down, drag him above. We'll make it stay there the whole time. It is located where? It's really tiny. But it's selected, so now the cool thing is I can scale. Let's see how much we can scale before we start looking pixelated. And I can drag him up to the left and to the right. So again, this is, I clicked on the photo. Up top is effect controls, and it gives me properties for position. And it's actually the center position. And I can do the scaling. Then I want their phone number. So that's their phone number, and that's their address. So let's throw in a text layer. So you do graphics. What is it? I need to get out of that. So we do text layer, and that's here. So Wildwood Boulevard, Wildwood, New Jersey. Yeah, my voice is cracking horribly. And that's 301, so that's the address, not the phone number. And then we can make all that center, I think. Where's center at? Right there. Let's change, hit escape, hit the V key. That might work throughout this entire frame. Yeah, I think that works. So let me drag this down some. And then we can drag this guy here.
And we are open 7 days a week. In season.
Oh, cut off a parenthesis for the area code. Let's fix that. Hey, thanks for joining in, Brian. We're just doing some video editing. I'm slowly wrapping up. I just added a layer of my son's music over top of this. This is a video shoot that I did for our local marina in Wildwood, New Jersey. If you're not familiar with New Jersey, there's a tip at the very bottom. That's Cape May. Next up, we have Wildwoods. And Wildwoods consist of Wildwood Crest, Wildwood, North Wildwood, West Wildwood. Pier 47 is a marina that's right on the bay in the Wildwoods. And it was a neat video shoot. Our friend's boat, our friend's Matt and Maria, they keep their boat at Pier 47. We're always there. I'm always filming. They got to know me over the years, and so I asked them if they wanted me to do a shoot for them. And Eric, who is the owner's son, they co-own this. He was all about it. And I've been so busy with so many other projects that I haven't had a chance to get to it, and I'm getting to it now because the season has started up again officially. And I'm gonna take Matt and Maria's boat this weekend down to Wildwood, and I might set up the camera for that. Just set up the GoPro to capture the boat being towed and everything. We'll see. So I got this segment. If you're interested, it's really heavy in the beginning with editing. There's a lot of tips. So if you watch the replay and you're interested in learning about Adobe Premiere, it'll be useful for you to stick around. I'm using the up arrow key to navigate through these clips. But here's the finished product. Let me pull in these two graphics first over here. And that was Alt key that I used there and drag. So then I'll just change that right to there. All right, so now their information is there. So it's going to play right now. Now it plays in low resolution. Normally I could play it at 1/4 without an issue. I mean, I'm on a 1950X Threadripper. It should work wonderfully, but it doesn't. So I set it to 1/8 because I got OBS going on at the same time.
Welcome to Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats.
Oh crap, I don't like
We
this.
are located just outside
I want to swap that out with something else.
On Route 47. We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water. You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, Worldcat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it, for inclement weather. We're very well sheltered. All of our slips are, well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season.
So not bad. The only thing I want to change is I want to swap out those jet skis. I'm not liking it. I just didn't feel it. So I know that there were other clips someplace in here that I chose. Like maybe this here. This is what I really intended. So let me go back to this subsequence that I created. Let me see how long I have to play with this. I'm using the Alt key while I'm using the mouse wheel in this region to let me zoom in. I was able to get these little thumbnails to pop up by zooming in. If you zoom out all the way like this, the Alt key is in the left pane now, not in the workspace, but in the left pane. I can maximize this. Once I start maximizing it, you start to see the thumbnails in it. Makes your life a little easier. So I'm going to say we have a marker here. Let's just do that. And then we'll come to here. 10 seconds. I got 10 seconds to play with. I could probably speed that up. Just take little 2-second clips from the water and everything. Let's just grab this entire thing. Just this part here. I'm holding the Alt key, dragging that like that, and I'm going to copy. I gotta remember to delete the middle. Although, no, that'll probably just work. So we'll hit the N key, paste. Alright, so then I'm gonna delete this middle here because we don't need that. And now I'm gonna work in this region here, and I want to get this to 10 seconds. So I'm going to set an in, and then I'm going to come over here. Oh, come on, I didn't want to do that. Come over here to 10 seconds. That's 4 seconds. Let's see if we can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right there. There we go, 10 seconds. So now I got to shrink all this down to 10 seconds. So let's get the major idea. What's going on here? What do we want to see? Boat coming out of water. We're at how many seconds? I can't tell. I wish it would show me. There's got to be a way to show me relative to this. But anyway, I can picture this being in fifths, right? So 10 seconds would be about here. The boat's coming out. We can cut it right there, right? So then what else do we need? We can show this viewpoint here. This is cool. So maybe just a little bit of that. So this gets deleted. Shift delete is what I pressed, and that ripple edits. Yep, so then we're pulling that in that way. You know, yeah, this is cool stuff. You know, that's looking good. So shift, I hit the C key to bring up the cut. Hold shift, delete. That cuts through all clips. So we don't need any more of that. So then I can highlight those 2 clips, hit shift delete. That does a ripple edit. And then what are we trying to see here? Let's pull in like maybe here, shift C, delete these guys. A little bit of that, shift C, delete that. Come out here and see where we're at. Let's pull in that there. Highlight those 2, shift delete. And we want to tell the story about the boat getting placed. So that is really right here. So we have that. Shift delete. Let's split that right. That's good enough. That tells the story of what's going on. You're putting the boat on a wreck. So now I can copy this or drag. Do I copy or drag? What do I do? Oh, I'm playing with this. I wasn't playing with this in the other thing. The subsequence is where I meant to play with this at. Let's go to the end of that. So these 2 clips are going to go over here. Right here in that section is where I want them. So let's see if I can drag these up. Okay, good. And then drag these down. Crap, I didn't want to do it that way. I want to maintain the same timing. So we'll do it that way. Highlight them. And I think this is going to wrap it up. We'll give it a quick play. And then see what happens. I think this guy here, I'll just extend him out here. So I just changed the rate of that clip a little bit. All right, let's give it a play. Let's mark in, and then we'll mark out. So out will get marked right here. I think you can use this button here to go to in, and you can use this button here to go to out. So it'll navigate quickly in their timeline.
Welcome to Pier.
All right, thanks for joining.
We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new.
You can't see that.
Pier 47.
I can't see that. So I need that to have a rectangle behind it. Graphics, new layer, rectangle. And then we just change, where's the text at? Where is, oh, I need to bring the front. Let's see, can I bring the front? Lift, no. Can I send it back? Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know how to do this. Or is it already layered? Graphics. Line. It's not telling me to, it's not giving me the ability to change the level. New layer. So it's creating a layer in here. I think this is a feature that they're missing, unless if I'm missing something myself. So the effort is that I have to go in here, copy this text, create a new text layer. New layer, text. Isn't that weird? And then I can delete this layer. That's just strange. Like why can't I arrange like you can in any other drawing program where you can send it back, bring it to front? Oh wow, that's exciting stuff, man. That sometimes it gives you agita too, because then I don't know if you have the problem, but I think most families do, where you have family members you don't talk to, or you wish you talked to more, or you had a fight with them and you don't talk to them, or there was one for me growing up. My grandfather, like I guess I was just to the point of just being so young. I wanted to play and didn't really want to talk, and it wasn't until I got older that I wanted to learn more about what he did. He was like a carpenter, at the Navy Yard in Philadelphia, and he was building warships and stuff, you know, for World War II and everything. That's exciting stuff, you know. It's tough times for them, and I just wish I asked more questions. All right, so that layer we can get rid of. Yeah, I was about to end the stream, but then I realized after playing it that it didn't look right. So,
Pier 47 Marina. We've been in business since 1983. We sell both new and used boats. We are located just outside of Wildwood and near Cape May on Route 47.
let me let this catch up.
We have approximately 200 rack spots for racking boats and about 125 boat slips, all of which have good water.
Man, this is really playing sluggish.
You can come and leave from our marina at any tide. New boat lines, we have Carolina Skiff, Nautic Star, Worldcat, Yamaha. We also sell both Yamaha and Kawasaki personal watercraft. We have a ship store that has everything in it, from anchors to zincs and everything in between. Showroom with a couple of boats and skis in it, you know, for inclement weather. We're very well sheltered. All of our slips are, you know, well protected, and we are open 7 days a week in season.
There you go, and that's a wrap. Now I will save this project, and then I'm going to queue it. So I'll show you this last piece. This is export media. Now I'm going to click on the output name. I'm going to make sure it goes into, oh, that was in the right spot. Pier 47, Videoshoot. Videoshoot part 1. That's the file name I'm giving it. We'll do high bitrate, H.264. I'm going to do a 2-pass on this one. I'll make it 40 megabits a second. And I'm going to do sequence in and out. That's what I was telling you, that by marking in and out, instead of doing like the selected or whatever, if you do sequence in and out and you marked in and you marked out, you can just export that portion. And then instead of exporting, I'm going to do a queue. Now, once I start this, it's going to like really bog down the computer. So at the point when I hit the queue, I'm going to end the stream. But I will tell you a little bit about this media encoder. So the advantage of the media encoder is technically you should be able to perform work while it's in the middle of encoding, and it's not really destroying your CPU. It's taking it easy on your CPU, and it kind of leaves some room for you to do some things, but it's not 100%. If you try to do things that are really intensive, good luck, because media encoder still requires a lot of CPU. And the whole intention is that you generate the video as quickly as possible. All right, so this is media encoder. All I need to do is hit this little icon, this green icon in the upper right, and that will start the process. So at this point, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to start that process by hitting that button. It'll take maybe 10 minutes or something to create this 1 minute and 20-second clip, whatever it is. 1 minute, 12-second clip. And then I'll upload it to YouTube, and I think it'll probably upload in like a minute or something, because I have gigabit internet. And you'll see this on my channel. I'll post it under a playlist for something like Filament filming or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, thanks again for joining. I appreciate you hanging out on the live stream and chatting it up, because that all helps with engagement. And God bless. Good luck with all your printing activities and gaming, and you'll see me around the next live stream.